for democracy in everywhere in the world, and especially in Iran, as Iranians. I'm a proud Canadian, and one of the things that I take pride in, and I think we should all take pride in this country, is the right to expression, free assembly, the right of open ideas, a democratic election. Those are the things that are important to us, and working on that democracy in this country is something that we need to continue to do. I'm also a proud Iranian. And standing here, and this that is happening in various places around the world right now. It's happening right this second in New York. It's happening in London. It's happening in various capitals and cities around the world. This is about supporting the same kind of democracy, freedom of expression, freedom of assembly, freedom of ideas, and having every vote counted that we support, that we want in this country, and that Iranians deserve in Iran. Now, I know this might not fit too well with some people who really want to agitate and are really upset. And even my own insurrectionary instincts will forgive me for saying this, but I think it's really important that we stay really smart about this, educated about this, peaceful about this. Because you know, and this is part of being an Iranian in the West, everybody's watching us, right? Everybody's watching us. Everybody will watch for a slip-up. Somebody causes some trouble, somebody does something difficult, and it's going to get reported. And that's not what this is about, and it's not what it's about in Iran either, as we know. So peace, let's first of all, peace, freedom of assembly. Let's learn the rules. Let's work with the Metropolitan Toronto Police on this. توی فارسی هم بگم شماها که میدونید بعضیاتون که من میشناسیم میدونید که فارسی من خیلی عالی نیست ولی خیلی لهجه خوبی دارم و لطفا دیگه نخندید یا مسخره نکن اگه فارسی حرف بزنم. میخوام فقط بگم که نه که اینجا که حالا دارم نگاه میکنم 1000 2000 3000 نفر اونجا آمدن چیز خیلی خوبیه و داشتم میگفتم که توی لندن توی نیویورک این کارا رو میکنم. چیز واجبیه، واجب هست که ما اون جوانهای توی ایران که دارن واسه آزادی how do you say assemble? Get together is apparently how you say it in Farsi. دور هم جمع میشن. اون جوانها که دور هم جمع میشن باید ما واسه اونا اینجا باشیم. من فکر میکنم که واجبه. خب there's a couple of things that I was asked earlier today that I want to address because I think many of us are going to get asked them. I wasn't planning on speaking for very long, so I'll keep it tight. Okay, I'm sorry. The first thing, people say, well, what good is this? What good is a little rally or assembly here in Mel Lastman Sq? It's a fine question. You know, Iran's on the other side of the world. Why not just go about our sunny day and go to the beach or get a Dairy Queen? Well, I'll give you 3 reasons. One, because as the crackdowns happen on the media in Iran, it's important in whatever way possible, and they will find out. As you know, we all have family there, many of us do, or people that we know in Iran. It's important that the students, the young people, the people who want change, who have voted democratically in Iran, know that people in the rest of the world and the Iranian diaspora, as well as here in Toronto, support them. That's number 1. I'm being attacked by this flag. Peace, remember? Peace. Number 2, it's really important that the world sees Iranians not just desiring freedom, a democratic exchange and a free vote in Iran, but outside of Iran as well. You know that Iranians have been portrayed in all kinds of ways since the revolution in the West. Negative generalizations, stereotypes. This is the kind of day way that we can change that. Iranians call for peace, democracy, free elections, the right to vote, and the right to elect. And finally, the third reason is, these are the kind of events, and you know, the last couple of days have been devastating or deflating for a lot of people here, watching what's happening, watching people be beaten by police in Iran. But these are also the kind of events that can be inspiring and bring people together and bring this community together. And it's important that Iranians in this country and in this city come together as we all have, as you all have today, and speak with a collective voice, a unified voice for the basic rights that we all agree with. And that unity will take us far, not just for Iran, but in this country as well. As Persian Canadians, it's important to speak. Staying silent won't do any good. And the other question people are asking today is, the first question is, what good will this do? The second question is, why take sides? Why should you take a side in this? Are you not afraid, Jian, are you not afraid to take a side in the election? I don't really see this as taking sides. If taking sides is supporting democracy, if taking sides is the right to have your vote counted, if taking sides is the freedom to say and believe what you want and advocate for change without being beaten or put in prison, then yes, I'm taking a side. This doesn't have to be, and with respect to the candidates you love or don't love, it doesn't even have to be about that. This is about fundamental rights of freedom, of assembly, of election, and making sure that what happens there is fair and just. It's not often that we quote Hillary Clinton to each other, but she wasn't too far off. She said, let's see what happens, and whatever is the fair result should be respected. That is what we're here for as well today. Now, the final thing I'll just say is, many of us for many years who care deeply about Iran, you know, Iranians tend to be, I mean, one of the great things about this is, as we all know, Iranians tend to be kind of, we can be a little cynical, skeptical people, you know. دیگه چه کار میتونیم بکنیم؟ دیگه کاری دیگه نمیتونیم بکنیم. هیچ کاری نمیتونیم بکنیم. ما چه بریم دیگه شام بخوریم. Well, for many years, people have talked about the fact that Iran is a young country. That a great percentage of Iranians, I think it was 70%, I don't know if it still is, are under the age of 30, weren't even alive when the revolution happened. That at some point, those young people will rise up in Iran and say enough is enough of an undemocratic theology. That, in fact, we want change. We have the right. We see them getting it for Obama and the United States. Why can't we do that too? People have been waiting for this to happen. And Barada, Khahar, Pida, Moda, all of us here, it's not going to happen overnight. Nothing miraculous is going to happen tomorrow, as we all know. It might not even happen this week or this month, this year, or the next 5 years. But I'll tell you, what happened in the last 2 days is a tipping point. This is a tipping point. Change will come. There's only so long that young people who've tasted a moment of expression and who want to represent their ideas and who just want fair assembly and fair election, there's only so long that they will stand for that not happening. In the immortal words of Sam Cooke, it's a long time coming, but change is going to come. Thank you.